Hello, this is a description of the sampling techniques that you can use for stats. And so this is an interactive that we made here in Ontario with a team. And so we're just going to kind of demonstrate how to sample a population. And this is just kind of like we're putting different types of people in here, and just looking at like a population of 100 people and doing a sample of 20. And so just to demonstrate all the sampling techniques. So the first one we're going to talk about is random. In a random sampling technique, you're going to have numbered list. And so we've got a bunch of people numbered here. And we just generate random numbers. So it's important that you understand, like, this is actually kind of hard to do when you don't have access to everybody. But it's just a matter of like randomly picking people. And the key is the random number generator. You can't just randomly, what you think of as random, like go around picking people. You have to have like a way to do it. And then that way, like, really any kind of error that you have in the sampling is kind of random from study to study. And so we know that the 20 people aren't always going to represent the population perfectly. In fact, they never really will, because it's not the census, but this is how you randomly pick people. And that's how a random sample works. We just keep going until we've got our 20 people, and then we can kind of like see what the makeup of the population is after we get the 20 people. So we got 6 again. So then there's number 47, and we just keep going. And this is kind of neat because it allows you to like sort people by type. In this case, just stick people by color. But then we just keep picking people that way. And so you can kind of see what the makeup of your population is and see if you can get a representative sample. So I'm not going to go through the rest. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is systematic. Systematic is a lot like random. So we're going to actually survey, we have 100 people in our population, we want to survey 20. So that means the magic number is 100 divided by 20, which is 5. And so first thing we do is we have to randomly generate a number between 1 and 5. So we take the 5th person. And then what we do is we take every 5th person. And so we start with person number 5. And so we randomly pick one of these people. They're kind of your starting place. And then if we pick one person every 5, you'll see with these numbers how it looks. Just in general, we're going to see like, just keep counting every 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take this person. So a little bit faster, and that's the system to it, because we don't have to actually keep randomly generating that number. But it is hard too, because like you have to have people in a list. You have to find those people when their names come up. It's kind of a good way maybe that telephone companies go, or telephone marketers go through the phone book. Then you can kind of see like what the representation of it is. It's not the best if you have, say, one type of person all grouped up here, and then and then like everybody else kind of randomly put apart. So there's some kind of pattern in it. It's not the best because then all those people would only be represented by one person. That might be okay though, because like there's like the first 5, but say there's 6 of the same person up here, but then this purple guy gets picked, and then he has to represent, and then none of these guys actually get picked at all. So, so there are ways that that can be biased, but it's mostly really just hard to do. A little bit easier than random, but it's funny because random's called like simple random, but it's actually pretty challenging. The next one is stratified. You start to get a group sampling. So we want to survey 20%. And it's tricky to do on this one, but what we have to do is like kind of count how many blue people do we have, and we just go through the categories that way. We say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and so we'll take 4 of them. And so we're going to randomly generate a number. So we'll take the second person, And I don't know if this is working properly. We'll take the 96th person, so that would be closer to this person. The 31st, so we'll take this guy as the closest. And now, ideally, your random number would be between 1 and 20, and so the interactive kind of falls apart there. But and then 82, we'll just take the person that's closest to that, and so we'll say that this person is the closest. And those people represent the blues. And then we keep going that way until we have 20 people. And so let me do a smaller one just to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 greens. So we're going to take 2 of them. So generate a random number. So we'll take the person that's closest to 73. Again, it'd be better to generate a number between 1 and 10. So we could say like this is number 7 and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the person's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really not between 1 and 10 though. So that should be actually the first person. I'm just kind of rounding here because again, this number should be between 1 and 10. Oh, and we already got enough greens. So that's stratified. So people are in like kind of demographic groups, and you take a certain percent. So see, we got twice as many blues as greens, so we've got twice as many people. But it makes sure that everybody's kind of voice is heard, and you do randomly pick the people to represent that group within the group. And so just again, remember that my random number generator was off for this one. So that's stratified. The next one's cluster. Cluster is where people are in groups geographically. And so we're just going to imagine that these people are in their groups geographically, they're columns. And so then we randomly pick 5 of those groups and we take everybody. So when group 2 comes up, we take everybody in this group to represent group 2. Now, often geographically, you'd kind of get the same person. I don't think we designed it that way. We just try to demonstrate it. But then we do another one. So group 7, we take everybody in group 7. Cluster is really nice because it allows you just to go over to that geographic group and just ask everybody to do your survey. Group 14, we've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then so on until you have your 20 people. I think we just have one more. 1, and so then we're filled up our 20, and so these are our sample of the population. Okay, and then multistage. Multistage is kind of like a group sampling, but it's where you take individual people, and so like say we want to find people geographically. So we'll randomly generate a column, and then we randomly generate a row, and that's going to indicate who we're going to take. For this one, it's very similar to simple random sample, except it's just got some hierarchy to it. And so first we go to number 16, and then we randomly pick one of these 5 people in group 16, and so we take the 4th person. It takes a little bit of time because you do have to, you can't just take people as a group. And then 7 and 3. And so it looks a lot like simple random sample, except it does make sure that you're going to different groups. Okay, and you just keep going till 20. The next one is voluntary, volunteer sample. And so it's just where you just kind of put something out and people volunteer. And so you can see that it's just these people that volunteered, and so we just take them. And so we start to realize voluntary is not random at all. It's just a certain type of person potentially will volunteer. And so we can see who we're missing. It's those turquoise people. They really maybe don't like to do voluntary surveys. They don't, they're not going to kind of write in their vote for the voice, or they're not going to fill out your survey after going to a restaurant. It should have only been 20 people. I don't know why more than 20 people volunteered. But so those are our voluntary people. And And so we just take the ones that volunteer. And you can see it's really only one turquoise person, one of these orange people volunteered, and that was it. And so you're getting a huge representation from like the purple and the blue, and potentially something about gender here, but not anything glaring. Just like you didn't get a lot of greens either. And the last one is convenience, and convenience is, we just did something fun here. Convenience is just to like, is just in the most convenient way, who can you get? And so so just to like fill it out, and I don't know how we bias this, because like it'd be neat if we had to just put like the same type of person all in one category, and then everybody like kind of harder to get at. But convenience, it's quick and easy. It's just the ones that you can get. It's not random at all. And so it could be like it certainly is always biased. Like this doesn't necessarily have to be, because if these people are randomly put around, then they're random in there as well. But it just kind of captures the point. The convenience is really just quick and easy, and it's just really like accessing the people you can access.